So, you might have guessed from my past videos, I love racing. If it's got a steering wheel, I'll race it. I've been doing it for a while on the computer side, but there's just something that's missing. And that something missing is the real life part, I guess. So, in this video, we'll start my grassroots racing experience together with autocross. And so, for those that do not know, autocross is pretty much just cars going around a bunch of pylons that together make some kind of course, and then the best time wins. So I own a 2008 Civic Si, and as you can see, it's not the cleanest one, but this just means that it's gonna make the perfect weekend track car. And so, as we're about to see, my car isn't completely stock. When I bought it, it had a short ram intake, which means that I'm automatically in the street touring class. And then it also had RPF ones on kind of mediocre all-weather tires, and that's just what I'm gonna run for this summer. So before even starting, I was looking into getting a set of coilovers for my car, and since I was actually already in the street touring class, then I figured why not get some. So during the summer, I bought a set of Fortunes. And so let's keep in mind that this isn't my actual first event, it's just one of the events during the season that I decided to film. Alright, so now the last couple steps, I just had to remove the roof rack that I run normally on my car. And now all that was left to do was just to wash the car and make sure that there's no loose stuff inside it. Now we just need to get to where the event takes place and get our stuff ready for the day. And so if you're on the fence about whether you should go to an event that's taking place near you or not, I definitely encourage you to do it because you just meet so many cool people. Alright, so now let's take a look at the runs I made that day. Alright, so we have the first run here. And so yeah, here we go. We're just about to start the run. And here we go. So the place I go to, it takes place on an actual racetrack. It's not like parking lot or an airfield like, more classic autocross that you would see maybe in the US. And so this is the first run of the day, so usually it's the slowest one. You get used to the course because it's your first time going around it at the speeds of a car, because you get to walk around it one, maybe two times if you're fast and you've got time. And so yeah, this is our first time going around, still kind of learning the course. Now right here we're gonna have an upshift down, up to third, and then we're gonna downshift really quickly to this braking zone, and here I just hit a cone. So when you hit a cone, you get a 2-second penalty on your final time. And we got a faster section. Turning in and always trying to be smooth on the throttle, but you're always so eager to go, and since this is a front wheel drive car, well, the consequences aren't as pronounced as a rear wheel drive car. Here this turn I could have went wider, but it's fine. Then we're going towards the end. I could have upshifted here. I'm gonna do it on the later runs, but that's fine, and we get to the finish line. Alright, so with the first run we ended up with a 106.803, and this is with one pylon hit, and so a 2-second penalty. Alright, let's go look at the next one. Alright, so we're getting ready to start, and we are off. So for this run, as we can see, I don't leave as hard as the previous one, and also it's not gonna be as eventful as the last one because, as you're gonna see, we're gonna be not disqualified, but this run is gonna be it's gonna be over. Like right here, I don't look far enough and I hit the cone straight on. I'm pretty sure this counts as a off course, and so when this happens they add like 3 minutes to your time, so it's pretty much worthless, but we're still gonna use it as good practice to get to know the course better and to memorize it. We come up to the braking zone again, and I'm not going as hard as we can see. We're going smoother on the controls, trying to be smoother on the entries of the corners to not throw the car around as much, and on the pedal too, but that's more so because I'm just not going as hard. So this section we're gonna try to get it right this time, but again I lose a bit of speed. And you can hear the street tires absolutely screaming. And also we just saw that I went to third, so at least that was learned, but you know, we still have work to do. And so for this one, like we just saw, it's definitely not as fast as the previous one. We actually ended up with a 108.610, and that was with 2 pylons it, which means that we had 4 more seconds added to our time. Now we learned from our mistakes and we'll try to get a better run next time. Alright, so here we are, run number 3 of the day, and we are off. And so this time I launched a bit harder than last time. We're back to actually trying to launch. And at this point, let's not forget I don't have a clean run yet, so I'm still trying to find, you know, to find a clean run where I get no pylons and where I can get a good time. We're getting smoother on the steering wheel, trying to be a bit more patient. I've shifted 30 here, and we're still a bit smoother than the other runs on the steering wheel. Going a bit wide here, but it's not too bad. We managed to keep it in the course, on the course. This part, I haven't had many problems during the day yet. Just keep it in second and then floor it. So this part here, I always go wide a bit, always forget that it gets narrower to the end of the turn. And I'm gonna get 3 cones, I'm pretty sure, on this part alone, and the shift was really hard. I dropped the clutch way too fast. Car is good though, and we get to the finish line. So surprisingly for this run, we ended up with a quicker time than last run. We ended up with a 108.09, and that is with 3 pylons it, which means 6 seconds of penalty. And so at least we're getting faster, we're getting to know the course, but we just need to have 1 clean run. Alright, so we're getting ready, and we are off the line again. Another launch, so we got this part sorted. So again, the start, we're going a bit faster. As we can see, we got used to it, and that was after the break, so it got time to I got time to memorize it in my brain a bit. And so here is the cone that I hit. I just hit it, and so that's the only cone though that I hit of this run. And so we're getting there, you know, we're gonna finally get a clean run at the end of the day. We hope. I'm not gonna spoil you, but yeah, we do get a clean run after this. So we're earlier on the turn in on this one, not too wide, making small adjustments while we're turning, not shifting here. We stay in second. This part again, no problems. This part has been fairly fine for the day. The car isn't that big too, so it helps. But we can hear I'm definitely not the smoothest on the throttle. Here this turn, I finally got it right. We don't make the tires scream too much. This part, the slalom at the end, it's also fine, no cones hit, but I do not shift in third here. I didn't stay on the rev limiter too long, so maybe not too much time lost, but the run ends here. So we're getting there, you know, the times are getting better, we're getting better lines too, you know, throughout the course, and we're hitting less and less cones. So next run, maybe we're finally gonna get a clean run. For this one though, we ended up with a 105.323, and that was with a 2-second penalty. Now let's go look at the 5th run of the day. And we are off. Launch again. You know, this is pretty fun. This part is sorted. We know how to do it. The start, you know, we can see from the difference from the first run. You know, we're really used to it. Everything is going well. We stay smooth. Now, I'm definitely not the fastest there. I don't have the fastest car, and I'm not the fastest driver, so you know, I'm just doing it at what my car is capable of. You see the small adjustments. Up here, we're gonna shift it to third. Everything is fine. No cones hit yet. Down to the braking zone here, and we go again. Down the hill. This zone, we've had no problems the entire day, so this is fine. Turn in again, and yeah, for this run we so far at least, we've got no cones, no pylons. You know, this turn is fine. We don't lose too much speed. We can hear the tires scream a bit, but it's fine. It's street tires, so it's to be expected. We shift into third. Everything is right. We end up, we're a bit wide, but we're using as much track as we can, and we are done. A bit of a sweat there because we do not want to hit the chronometer, and so this was our best run of the day. We ended up with a 103.126, and that is with 0 seconds of penalty. We hit no cones on that one, and I'm gonna spoil the end here, but this is the fastest time that we have of the day. Alright, for the last run we launch, we are off. And so since the previous run, you know, it was kind of safe, you know, I managed to get a time without penalties, a clean run. For this one, I think we can notice, we can see that I'm pushing a bit harder and, well, more carelessly, if I can say so. And it's not gonna pay off, sadly, because at the end of this we're gonna have a 4-second penalty. We're gonna hit 2 cones. Here we upshift, everything is fine. The downshift too, it's perfect. Braking zone is fine also. I managed to spot one pylon. I'm not really sure where I hit the second one. It might be here. I'm really not certain. This part is fine again, but we can see that I'm pushing a bit, and the tires are, you know, they're getting tired of this a bit, you know. Get in, we can hear them, you know, understeering and all that. We shift up, I'm pretty sure we had a cone over here, and then we end up, we're wide a bit, you know, the entry on the corner wasn't perfect, and this run is over. And so that was our final run of the day, and it could have been the best one if I had hit absolutely no pylons, but we ended up with a 105.926, and that was with a 4-second penalty. So we could have got a 101, but like I said, we got a penalty, so that is not the fastest run of the day. And so with that time, I ended up in 12th position out of 22. So, you know, we can just say that this is average pretty much, but I'll take it. This was still my first season, and I'm still getting used to this day to the car pretty much. And let's not forget, the most important part is to have fun, and I have had a lot of it. All in all, it was an absolutely awesome day, and like I said, I had a lot of fun, and I definitely encourage you to try and join maybe an event if there's a club near you, or at least go watch one if you're on the fence, because, you know, first of all, it's a lot of fun if you love racing like me, but it's also, you can also meet a lot of really cool people. Everyone that goes there, at least at my club, is really awesome, and you can speak and make friends to pretty much everyone. I just want to end this by wishing everyone a happy 2025. I hope you've had as much fun watching this video as I've had making it, because I'm really enjoying this and I'm just getting started. Thanks for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.